Hi, my name is Marcia, and I'm from Germany. Please like and subscribe. I never knew much of my dad since he left right after I was born, so it was always just me and my mom. Mom ran the family business she'd inherited from her father, so we were pretty rich. And growing up, I had every luxury imaginable. But the one thing I longed for was a dad. I'd see other kids with their dads giving them piggyback rides or teaching them how to play soccer, and I really wanted that too. But every time I brought my dad up, it seemed to upset Mom, so eventually, I just stopped asking. On my 7th birthday, Mom went all out and booked Disneyland just for me and my friends. It was like a dream come true. But when I was playing in the massive jumping castle, I suddenly froze and fell to the ground. I can't remember what happened next, but soon after, I found myself in the hospital, and the doctor told us that I'd had something called a focal motor seizure. There was no cure, and these episodes could happen at any time. After that, Mom became really overprotective of me. Like once in the 2nd grade, I was playing outside with the neighborhood kids, and a ball accidentally hit my head. I wasn't hurt, but Mom came running out as if aliens had arrived to abduct me. Who hit my daughter? Are you all morons? I want a name right now. Mom, calm down. It was an accident. Well, you can't have such accidents. It's best if you just play indoors from now on. But things got better when I went to a special school because the kids there had my kind of conditions too, and I fit in well. I was a top student, and once in the 7th grade, I came home with a really great report card, and Mom was so proud. She took me to a really fancy restaurant to celebrate. While we were enjoying our dinner, a waiter came to our table with drinks and accidentally spilled them all over Mom's dress. Oh God, I'm so sorry, miss. It's okay, really. Mom blushed as the man grabbed a paper towel and started helping her. He said something that made her laugh, and our dinner ended well. But a few days later, I found out that Mom and the waiter were dating. His name was Clayton, and well, he seemed perfect. Mom looked really happy around him, and when my birthday came around, he turned up with a homemade cake and a signed edition of my favorite book. It was one of the nicest things anyone had ever done for me, and I could totally see him as my dad. But one day, while Mom was taking a shower, I found him in her office going through the drawers. And then he pulled out Mom's safe box from a cupboard. Clayton, are you trying to steal money from my mom? What? No. Why would you think that? Because you're holding her safe box where she keeps emergency money? Why are you going through her stuff anyway? What's going on here? Clayton was trying to steal your money, Mom. Just because I'm a waiter doesn't mean I'm a thief. I think I should just leave. Clayton, please, wait. Marcia, you owe him an apology. I asked Clayton to help me organize my office. I'm sorry that you think so badly of me, Marcia, but I'd never do that to your mom. I muttered an apology and left, but after that day, I just couldn't trust him. I had a bad feeling that he was up to no good, and I couldn't stand the idea of him hurting my mom. But she just seemed more smitten with him by the day. And a few weeks later, he proposed to Mom, and she said yes. You didn't even ask me before saying yes? Don't I get a say in this? Honey, one day you're gonna leave me and live your life. Don't you want me to be happy? I do, Mom, but not with Clayton. He's a waiter, and I know he's just after your money. Just because he's poor doesn't mean he doesn't have dignity. I raised you better than that, Marcia. Clayton suddenly interrupted our conversation as he walked in with a boy my age. Hey, guys. I'd like you to meet my nephew, Kyle. Kyle started coming around the house a lot, and sometimes I felt Clayton had brought him to spy on me. Like once when I was in 8th grade, I was watching MSA videos in my room when I suddenly noticed Kyle standing by the door, just watching me. Can I help you with anything? My uncle wants to know if he should make you a sandwich. No, thank you. I rudely closed the door on him because he creeped me out. Thankfully, Kyle got the message and stopped coming around. But we were still stuck with Clayton. Mom seemed really happy though, so I tried to mind my own business. But one day when I was walking back from school, I saw Clayton sitting in his car with another woman. Oh, hi, Clayton. What's going on here? Marcia, meet my cousin. We're planning a surprise birthday party for your mom. Yeah, right. You really expect me to believe that? Of course. Why wouldn't you? Now, don't spoil the surprise for your mom, okay? I didn't believe him one bit, so I took a picture of him and the lady with my phone and started running away. But just then, I tripped over something and hit my head and ended up having an episode. I blacked out, but when I woke up, I found myself in my bed with Mom's worried face next to me. Oh, thank God you're okay. You have to be more careful, Marcia. We're so lucky Clayton was around when you had your episode and he safely brought you home. I suddenly remembered the picture I'd taken of him with that woman, but when I looked through my phone, it was gone. Clayton, you deleted that picture from my phone. Mom, he's cheating on you with some woman. I caught him and…
Marcia, what are you saying?
Mom, you have to believe me. You can't trust this guy.
That is enough. What is wrong with you, Marcia? Don't you think I notice how you ignore Clayton all the time? It hurts his feelings and mine. And now you're just making up stories about him to drive him away? He loves you like a dad, and he really makes me happy. But it seems like you don't care about that at all.
Mom stormed off before I could say anything. Gosh, Clayton was such a snake. But I had no proof, and I had to just accept that he was here to stay. In the 10th grade, Mom decided to send me to a regular private school since my seizures were much better. I made friends quickly in my new school, and my friends even convinced me to join the cheerleading team with them. One day when I was training, I was at the top of the cheerleaders' pyramid when I lost my balance. Just as I was about to hit the ground, someone caught me. Kyle. I didn't know he went to the same school, and he was much hotter than I remembered.
You should count yourself lucky that I was around.
Oh, I guess I'm the luckiest girl in school. You can put me down now. I found him staring at me as I fixed my clothes. What?
I think you're also the prettiest girl in school.
I felt myself going a bit weak in the knees. As he walked away, he turned around to smile at me, and then he winked, and I just couldn't stop thinking about Kyle. The next day at school, I was putting things in my locker when Kyle appeared, and my heart started racing.
Marcia, would you like to go out with me?
What if I said no?
Then you'd be the first, but I'll keep asking you till you say yes.
Okay then.
Was that a yes?
I just smiled at him and walked off. And later after school, he joined me and walked me back home. I knew he was Clayton's nephew, but I just couldn't help being attracted to him. He had a comic side too and made me laugh all the way home. Over the weekend, Kyle and I went out to the movies and dinner, and we really connected. Later, as we strolled through a park, he said,
You know, I've kind of liked you since my uncle first introduced us, but you were a little rude back then.
Yeah, well, I guess that's because I don't like your uncle very much.
Why not? He's a really good guy.
No, he's not. He's a thief and a liar and…
Whoa. Hold it right there. My uncle's a great guy, believe me. He's helped out me and my mom so many times, and I love him.
I'm sorry, but I just don't see him like that.
I can understand why you don't like him, Marcia, but he's still my uncle. So please don't talk about him like that. At least not in front of me.
Things felt really awkward after that, so he just took me home and left. But when I walked in, I found Mom and Clayton arguing.
What did you do with all that money, Clayton? I needed it for something important. I'll replace it, I promise. But why can't you tell me what you took such a large amount for?
Clayton just wouldn't explain, and I'd never seen Mom that angry before. She looked like she was gonna have a heart attack. Mom, please, calm down. Let's go talk in my room. When I calmed Mom down, she received a message on her phone that more money had been withdrawn from her bank account, and she went ballistic. She yelled out for Clayton and looked for him all over the house, but he was nowhere to be seen. We found his cupboards empty, and he'd driven away in Mom's car. Mom said she was feeling dizzy, and I caught her before she fell and quickly called the doctor. She cried for days and kept apologizing to me for not believing me earlier. We reported Clayton to the police, but we weren't able to track him down. Mom went back to work soon, but I knew Clayton had really broken her heart. When I went back to school, I just tried to avoid Kyle, but he found me hiding in the library during recess.
Hey, are you avoiding me?
What else did you expect? Didn't you hear about your uncle robbing us?
But, Marcia, that's not my fault.
Yeah, but you didn't believe me when I said he isn't a saint. I don't know if I can trust you either. And
I don't think we should see each other anymore. We didn't speak after that. But one day during cheerleading practice, I saw him sitting on the bleachers, and he just kept looking at me. It was really bothering me, and I was about to tell him off. But suddenly, I felt my body freeze up, and I fell down. I could hear everyone around me yelling, and I felt helpless. But suddenly, Kyle came through the crowd and held me gently.
Hey, you're okay. I've got you. I'm here.
I blacked out, and when I came around, I was in the hospital. Mom told me that I'd had a really bad seizure, and I felt so embarrassed thinking half the school saw me. Just then, Kyle poked his head into the room and asked if he could come in. Thank you for today. I was really glad that you were around. And Kyle, I know it was unfair of me to break up with you because of what your uncle did. You didn't deserve that, and I'm sorry.
Hey, it's okay.
Just then, his phone rang, and when he answered it, his face turned pale. Hey, what's wrong? Who was on the phone?
It was my uncle. He needs my help with something.
He told you where he is? We have to tell Mom and the police immediately.
Marcia, I know my uncle was wrong, but I just can't turn against him and send him to jail. He helped me a lot when we were struggling.
But he took so much from me and my mom.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you.
Then you should have never come here. I was right about you. You're just like Clayton, a fraud. And helping a criminal makes you one too. Who knows? Maybe you were always a part of your uncle's plans. He just looked at me and left without a word. I didn't care if I'd hurt him. He'd hurt me more. Soon after, Mom took me home, and when I was about to fall asleep that night, I got a call from an unknown number. It was Kyle. What do you want?
You were right, Marcia. My uncle is a fraud, and now he's framed me for his crimes.
What? How?
I can't talk for too long because I'm in jail, but you were the only one I could think of calling.
I immediately ran to Mom and we went to bail him out, and he finally agreed to help the police get to his uncle. Kyle, listen, what I said before, it was all out of anger. I'm sorry.
I know, and I'm sorry too. I should have helped you before, but I just wanted to believe he wasn't a thief and it was all some mistake. But now, it's like I never even knew who he really was.
I saw how much this hurt Kyle, and I hugged him. The police eventually caught Clayton, and Mom got most of her money and valuables back. And as for me and Kyle, well, I guess we were just meant for each other.
You want to go out on a date?
What if I said no?
Then I'll just keep asking till you say yes.